Welcome to NYC Chat Room. For this video, I wanted to talk about skincare. I know that I have struggled with a lot of skin issues, especially the older I've gotten. They've been worse than anything in my teenage years. So I just wanted to share my skin journey with anyone who might be struggling with this, and hopefully give you some tips that might work for you. Everybody's face is different, and I've heard a lot of tips over the years that didn't necessarily work for me. So it's all about not giving up and continuing to listen to people who have testimonies and finding something that works for you.
It's all about trial and error.
Right. So my skin type is oily. It always has been. It's shining right now, and this is something that, especially in the summertime, I get really oily to the point where if I can lotion my hands off of my face, that's just how my skin has always been. Hopefully in the future that will mean that I will not get wrinkles, because I need a perk to this issue that I have. You know, it's just like,
true.
Yeah,
oily, less wrinkle. Makes
so,
sense.
Is there anything you want to add, like about your skin or anything like that before I move on?
Me personally, I really haven't had too many skin issues. My main thing is I've always had issues with blackheads. For some reason, it's just something that I've always had, and I've always tried different things, different cleansers, different this, and none have really worked other than, you know, the two things that I've discovered probably within the last year. Well, no, one thing I've discovered in the last year. The other thing I've been using ever since I was a kid. But yeah, that's been my most issue, is just I have struggled with blackheads. Other than that, I haven't really had too many other issues with my skin growing up. So, yeah.
So, my skin in my teenage years, I had random breakouts. So for me, the worst case scenario, let's say when I was 16, would be that I would have a pimple here, and that would just be the worst thing. It's like, man, I gotta go to school like this. It's sitting right here. It's bothering me. And it would go away within a week, and probably would happen around my period and stuff like that. When I was younger, I wanted to be a model, and I signed up with an agency, and that was something that was just really stressful for me. That my body type was curvier than they would have liked. I was thin, but I wasn't like I didn't look like a 10-year-old boy. I had C-cut breasts and I had hips. So, but then on top of that, I would get these occasional breakouts, and I knew that that would only work against me on top of me having this womanly body type. So that stressed me out. I went to dermatologists, and they said, well, you're young, and they just kind of write you off.
They do. They say it's hormones.
Yeah, you're young.
Yeah.
You're a teenager. This is going to happen. And they did nothing for me. But you know, I was able to live through it. No one really remembers me as having like a pizza face, or like, so I've known people.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, we've known each other since high school, and so it wasn't that bad. When it really got bad is in my 30s. I'm 35 now, and that's when I suffered a lot of acne that would come in right here. And it's the type of stuff that would hurt to the touch. It would almost make me look like somebody punched me in my jaw at times, because it would just be so inflamed and painful.
Is there a specific name for that? Is it acute?
It's cystic acne.
Cystic,
yes,
okay.
I had cystic acne, and it was just so bad that it was like, I don't want to hear anything about diet, because my diet was perfect at the time. Drinking lots of water. I dropped a lot of weight. I was so active. Healthy eating. I wasn't perfect, but 9 times out of 10, I was making beautiful, healthy food choices, which I've fallen off of at this point. But at that point, I was just like really eating really well, drinking lots of water, very little dairy. So all that shit, you know, doctors and the internet and other people will tell you that you pretty much have to eat twigs and water to stop your face from breaking out. No carbs because of the yeast. No dairy, no chocolate, no sugar. You got to cut all these things out, and you cannot wear makeup. And that's what you need to do to have clear skin. And you'll do all of these things and still be breaking out. It might improve slightly if your skin is like mine. Like I said, everybody's different. Maybe you cut out dairy and your skin cleared all the way up, and that was your magic thing. I found my magic thing, which I'm going to get into. But yeah, so my skin was really suffering. I went to a dermatologist, and they prescribed, I'm going to put the name in the description box so I can never say it right, spironolactone, something like that. It's a heart medication, and it's supposed to inhibit the hormones that are pumping here, the oil glands or whatever that were causing me to break out primarily in this area. So I was taking Epiduo. I don't know if you can see that.
Gotta get close. Yeah.
Epiduo. This is the stronger one. There's another one that supposedly. So I've been using this Epiduo for like 6 months. I'm gonna say this did nothing. I just use it now because I paid for it, and I just feel like maybe it stops the oil a little bit. But I continue to break out on the heart medication, this, and Axone. I was taking these 3 things.
Glare out.
So that's Axone. These are topicals, and this one I put on during the day after washing my face before I apply sunblock. And this was at night, the Epiduo. I had been on the pills and these topicals for 3 months and no improvement. My dermatologist went on to say, okay, now it's time for you to do Accutane. And I had to do blood work. I had to take a pregnancy test, all these really intense things. I had to sign a pledge saying that I would practice 2 forms of birth control, whether or not I'm sexually active, whether or not I can even conceive. That didn't matter. I had to sign this pledge.
Yeah, so make sure that's your last resort.
Yeah.
You don't have to go that route.
I had to go and take blood work, and in a month's time, they had to submit it onto this database that I did all these steps before I could even get the prescription. Now that seems like some hardcore shit.
Yeah.
My doctor assured me that it was safe, despite all of those processes and all those things, those steps I had to take to even get the prescription, that it was safe and it was going to work for me. And then I found my magic thing. So some of the things I tried Lycosene. It's a hormonal supplement. It's a pill, and it's supposed to, I've heard great things about that. I'll put everything I say in the description box, but Lycosene might be your thing. It's a pill. It's supposed to balance your hormones and stop you from getting this hormonal acne, if that is in fact the source of your acne, because it's different. She says she gets blackheads. I don't know if that has a hormonal.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what causes that. If it's the size of your pores.
I'm thinking so, probably.
But in my case, I know it was hormonal. So, what was I saying?
What worked for you?
Oh, Lycosene. Then I used DIM. There was an article of a black woman, and that was important to me that she was black because black skin is different. And I'm like, hey, look at this black girl. She's, wrote this whole article. I'll post a link to the article where she talks about how DIM tablets changed her skin, and she never broke out since. I was like, oh, I'm going to try that. That's going to work for me because, she's similar complexion. This is going to work. It did not work for me. I'm not saying it worked for her. I believe that. So you might want to try DIM.
Right.
For me, DIM did not work. So I'm going to go over some of the things that I've tried that I think are good products, and I'm going to save the one that worked, that really cleared my skin up despite any pills or topicals that I could take, and saved me from taking Accutane. So first off, I'm going to go with my cleanser. Where is it? This is a cleanser from the Butter Bar Skincare. You see that? It is a tea tree and peppermint vegan balancing skin cleanser. This system,
tea tree is good stuff.
Yeah. This comes in a set. It's the cleanser, the lotion, and the toner, which is a spray-on toner, and it smells like straight up apple cider vinegar. I started with the set because I was desperate. So anything that said, oh, testimonial, I'm trying that, because when your skin is breaking out like that, you'll put bird shit on your face if you think it's going to do something.
Right.
So I bought this, and I think once your skin is under control, I think this is good to have, because my skin is very sensitive. So this just doesn't aggravate your skin. It doesn't sud up or anything. It's like kind of has a slimy texture. And I just use this, and I used to use a Clarisonic because I felt like it would get deep, but I need freshness every time I wash my face. That's important to my face, to remove the dirt. So what I've moved to do is to use, it's even wet right now because I'm constantly washing and using this. So this is a makeup remover, and it's pretty thick. I don't think it has to be. I think even a microfiber cloth would work. I got this from Marshall's, and I don't necessarily love this one just because it kind of it holds on to moisture, because I used this like hours ago and it's still kind of wet. So I think a microfiber cloth would work the same way. And because of the fact that I need things to be fresh and clean because my skin is so temperamental, I will wash it with Dawn every time. So tonight when I go home and I remove my makeup, I will squeeze this on there and I will wash this. Then wash all the Dawn out of it, and I'll make it so that it's hot. And I will have used this, rubbed it real good in my face, and then take this hot cloth and wipe my makeup off and keep wiping until I don't see no more makeup. That for me is very important because I have to clean what's going on my face. I have to take it off.
Right.
So after that, I use Clinique. This moisturizer is the only moisturizer that my skin can tolerate. I buy a little one because I'm cheap. I'm not cheap, but they had to convince me on this one. So at the checkout at Ulta, they have these little ones, and they're like $12. The big bottle is more like a commitment. It's like $30, something like that. So these last me a long time because I literally just have to moisturize in here because the rest of this is an oil factory. So in here it'll strip if I don't do something. So this lasts me a while. So sometimes I feel like this works for me too. It's the True Skin. It's like a serum. So after I wash my face, maybe not quite daily, but like, you know, maybe once or twice or 3 times a week, I'll put this on after I wash my face. It's very liquidy. It's not a moisturizer. It's a serum. And then I'll follow it up with the Clinique. And I use sunblock to stop any scarring that I had from when my skin was really bad. I'll post a picture. It's so bad. That's going to take some guts to post that picture online because, you know, when you have skin like that, you want to hide it and never admit that was your skin. But once you come on the other side of it, it's a little easier. Thank God my skin is better. I don't think I'm going to show all of this because it's a lot. If this is something that people are interested in, because I am addicted to skincare because of my issue and the commitments. Who doesn't want their face to look regular? I'm not trying to alter my face. I just want my face to be its best, you know, like to not have mountains, volcanoes all over it.
Yeah.
So I have quite a bit of things here that I brought with me to show, but I'm going to save that. Please comment if you are interested in this information and you want to see more of the things that I've discovered. I have expensive products here that were suggested to me from my facials, which I went on to do. I was spending like $300 a month on facials because this woman was like, you stick with me and you listen to me and I will fix it. She didn't fix shit. All she did was take my money and sell me products. Okay? Shit was like $75. Now it's good. It's good if your skin is under control, just to keep you bright, keep you together. But if your skin is suffering and sick, you can these little $100 things. It's not addressing the internal issue.
You got to find out from the root of the problem before you can use like topical stuff.
You can. Clarisonic's not going to save you. Murad's not going to save you. All those Proactive's not going to save you if it's something going on. All it's going to do is shock your skin at first, and once your skin gets used to it, you're back where you started.
Right.
So this was my magic potion. Okay.
We're going to play that music.
Listen, we have to play that music. Thank God for this little...
Get close.
It's time for me to...
Gotta get close so they can see it.
Okay. This is Clary Sage. It's an essential oil, okay? I'm so excited about this little thing because my face was so bad. I actually learned about this from another YouTuber. My mother is a health nut and she's into essential oils and, oh, my head hurts so I smell this. You want to come smell it? Like, that's how she is. So she was talking about it so much. I just got to Googling because I wasn't in a good place with my skin. So I was like, you know, if I'm going to try, and I was 3 weeks out maybe from getting my Accutane prescription. So I looked up essential oils and acne, and there was a listing of the top essential oils. Tea tree oil was one of them, I think. There were a few other oils, but this was number one on a few lists. Clary sage. I'm running low. It's a good thing I did this video because I wouldn't even be able to see into it. But so I take this oil nightly. I don't ingest it. I drop like I drop like 4 drops on my hand, and I rub it on my lower abdomen, and I go to sleep. And I do that every night. I don't have one pimple on my face right now. After everything, and you're gonna see from the picture how drastic of a difference. My skin is pretty much healed. Yes, I use all these great products that maintain the supple nature of my skin. You know, because of the oil, I need something that drags the oil out. Maybe I do a mask once a week. The Sand and Sky mask is good for Australian clay. You've probably seen it. They advertise hard body on Instagram. But this is actually pretty good. They have it in Urban Outfitters too now, I've seen. That they're selling it in the physical store. If you want to take a look at it, read the ingredients and stuff. But it's like it's a Australian pink clay mask. But I think that you can pretty much get the same effect from this Aztec Beauty. Everybody kind of knows about this.
That stuff is good.
The glare.
Yeah. That way.
But everybody knows what that is.
Yeah, but
I'll put it in the description. You mix it with apple cider vinegar. It's a powder in here. Powder flew off. There's a powder in here. You mix it with apple cider vinegar, equal parts, I would say, or just you get a paste consistency. Yeah. You put it on. It's pretty intense.
It's messy, and be careful how you dispose of it because it can clog your pipes.
Fuck your plumbing up.
Yeah. So be very careful with how you dispose of that because it is pretty thick.
Yeah. So now that my skin is together, things like this can do what it does, which is help you out. It's not gonna cure your fucked up skin. You have to have decent skin to begin with. Another thing, so my holy grail product is this Clary sage. This brand is Healing Solutions. I don't think the brand matters. I mean, I try to stick with organics or so it's not added or fake. I think a lot of oils be
it's
fake.
Not watered down.
Yeah, like it's really like canola oil with a drop of fragrance to make you feel like you're doing something.
You do have to see what the consistency is when you buy these type of things. Same thing if you buy your vitamins and stuff like that. You always want to check what is in it.
So on my stomach, who would have thought? I don't put any of it on my face. I don't eat it. I put it on my stomach and I don't break out. You have to keep searching for your thing. These shits. Okay?
Face mask.
Life. It's not a mask. It's these are patches, little stickers. And this is a Korean product. Koreans be knowing, okay? Korean, they have some bomb skincare. Get into some Korean skincare. Really, what I do, sometimes if I go to Chinatown, I'll pop into one of their stores and then I'll take note of what they got. And then I'll go on Amazon and buy that shit. I'm an online shopper. These are on Amazon, and there's a little sheet.
I can't see.
Okay, I'm gonna get one that's this is pretty used up. So I'm gonna get one that's less used up. Okay. Oh shit. Listen, if I even think some shit's coming on my face, I'll pop one of those little stickers. There's one sticker. I don't know if they can see.
Yeah, I can see it.
One sticker left. They come in different sizes. So if you got a big ass problem, you put a bigger one on there and the little ones. So if I even think that I feel something, I do this all the time, I will stick one of them stickers on there. And by morning, it's flat.
Voila.
Flat. Okay?
Voila.
So my dream team, okay? And I know if you're breaking out, it's not funny to you and it's not a joke. And it makes you want to cry sometimes. You just want to put a mask over your face and just not come outside. It's horrible. And I hope that if my stuff doesn't work for you, these two things right here, I can buy as many fancy things. Yeah, they make your skin feel a little softer. They might lighten up the scarring and stuff like that. But these two things stop the bleeding. And what I mean by that is the emergency. The mountains that were hurting on my chin, the issue. And I didn't have to stop eating dairy. I didn't have to stop putting on foundation. I didn't have to stop eating bread. I just got these two things in my life And this is what healed my skin. Like I said, moving forward, I can talk about other things that once your skin is under control, that will help you to look your best and things like that. Like this Claw Delete Elixir. Oh, I love it. I'm spraying my face right now. It smells like witch hazel. I'm gonna spray on your face.
Lovely.
I use this to set my make. Like it doesn't.
It
really
does
set,
smell good though.
Yeah, it's like
I do like it. It's refreshing. I do like it.
It kind of has it's Claw Delete. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I think so. Claw Delete.
What is it tilde? Is it le?
I don't know.
I think it's le. Codele.
There you go.
Codele.
They sell this at Ulta. I think it's at I get it on Amazon because it's cheaper. And this is Beauty Elixir, and I put this on my face. Just when my face needs to, it just balances my skin. It calms shit down. My face feels dry and tight. I spray this on. Because I can't put this all over my face, the Clinique. So I'll put my Claw Delete on, and then I'll just touch right here with some, and I feel good. I feel like together, okay? But that's pretty much the purpose of this video, was to share these two things with you. Now, Lauren has something of hers that comes from her country that she put me onto, and I think it's like, who even knew about that? So I want her to share that too, because I think it's just a really good beauty tip for scarring, for any of the issues that you might have on your
Definitely
skin
for scarring.
that might not be on your face.
Yeah, so my family's from Trinidad and Tobago. This is something that my father has shown me and we have used ever since I was a kid. I don't have much left because I use it quite often. But it's called Soft Candle. It comes in like a little thing like that. It's called Soft Candle. And pretty much it looks like a candlestick, like that. So it looks like a candlestick. It's made up of like minerals and oils and things like that. But you can get it on Amazon. A lot of people do bring it in from Trinidad when they can. I remember as a kid we used to bring them back quite often so that we would have them. But all you need is just like a pinch, and you just rub it. Like if you have scarring or any type of discoloration, anything like that on your face, you can use it. Like I said, I don't
and
really
you can use
have.
it on the body too.
Yeah,
like
anywhere.
If you have eczema and stuff.
It works great for eczema because I do have that issue on my arm. Every summer, for some reason, I get a flare up of the eczema on my arm, and I do rub this on there, and it does clear it up. It helps with smoothing it out. It helps with the irritation, with the inflammation. It helps with all of that with the eczema on the arm. So that is something that I do deal with on my arm, and that's only happened in recent years. I didn't have it before when I was younger. It just kind of
break up a piece and like mush it so you can see the texture.
Yeah, it's just like you just take a little piece like that, and if you see it, it's kind of, you know, like cakey kind of, but it's smooth. It's a smooth thing to it, and you just rub that on.
It doesn't leave you oily either. Like
yeah,
it's not,
and it doesn't,
it's not like greasy.
It doesn't really have too much of a smell to it. So it is something that you just rub in and you keep it there, and it. For me, it's always worked well. It's always pretty much kept my face clear. And it's something that I've used ever since I was a child. And like I said, you can get it on Amazon, which is where I buy it. It's a couple bucks. I think it's like $3 or $4, you know, per stick. And the sticks last you a long time. So you really don't have to have or get too many of them because they last a long time. Because all you need, like I said, is just a little bit. And you just rub it on either nightly or every couple of days. I usually do it every few days, maybe like 3 or 4 times a week, because I do use a mask as well from Garnier, which does help with pretty much bringing out any type of dirt or anything. And like I said, with the blackheads, I have that issue. So it does help with bringing all of that out. And I use that probably like 2 to 3 times a week. I only leave it on for like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know, in between, if I'm doing something right before I go take a shower or something like that. It is a mask, so it does get kind of hard on your face. But yeah, those are the 2 things that I mostly use, you know, just to, you know, keep things evened out. Try and keep your face looking a little brighter.
Yeah.
you know, because I'm not, I do wear makeup, but I'm not very much on the, you know, I don't wear too much foundation and things like that. I would like to get more into it, but I usually don't wear. I usually don't wear as much because I've never been really good at applying it and figuring out my color and my tones, and I'm not good at that too well. So I just try to at least just keep it, you know, clean looking, so that I don't look too much like Haggerty. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me on what I use.
I'm looking at my skin on camera, and that brings me to this. I'm not going to share everything I have here, like I said, but these are my oil blotting tissues. Everything I have is pretty much Amazon. This is so convenient. Amazon, I have a Prime membership. This is a tea tree. It has a nice little smell, and you can see some shine on my face. I can fill these shits up. And I've asked a few people to blot their skin, and it doesn't look like it does when it comes off my face. I saw one of those little beauty tip weirdo videos on Instagram where somebody used the coffee filter and got the same effect.
I did see something like that.
She cut up pieces of it and put it in
I have seen that.
And I mean, I really took a coffee filter and was like, on my face. It didn't pick up like this, but if I'm ever in a jam, I might try. And you know what else is good? Those brown napkins from Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. They pick up oil really good off your skin. Because sometimes in the summer when I don't have, before I discovered this, props to the esthetician who took all my money doing facial. She didn't heal my acne, but she put me on to blotting tissue. She gave me my first, not this one, it was a different brand. It had her own little stamp on it. And once I ran out of those, I was like, oh no, I need those in my life. So because she did give me some good tips. And if this is something that we continue to do to talk about skincare, I can pass some of those tips. I had to pay $300 a month to listen to you because I stay on top of skincare. I have to. I can't afford it. My skin is too temperamental for me to just relax. So
we're not saying that estheticians there's anything wrong with them. You can still go see your esthetician.
There was probably
some great ones
out
there.
This. You know,
it's all about
it's all about what you know and continuing to educate yourself on your craft. Just like you go to one beautician, she does her weave this way. You go to another beautician, and she'll hook your shit up. You know, looking natural coming out of your scalp. So estheticians are not all cut from the same cloth. And she wasn't black. That might have played a role. I don't know. She might not know, you know, different things. I don't know what makes black skin and other ethnicities different. I just know that I'm extremely oily, and I think that a lot of black women are. Look at that. And this is probably the second time.
Show a clear one.
A clear one. This is the second time I blotted my skin since we sat here. The other one I threw in the garbage. This is just a couple hours worth of oil. So if I had gone all day, and if you're oily, if you do one of these, after you're sitting at your desk at work, you've been at work for 5 hours, you start to get that oily, just drawn, like just you look tired, you look worked. You do one of these, just picks your whole face up, whether you wear foundation or not. Especially my T-zone, I get a lot of oil, but look at that. So if you have the same issue, that's probably the cause of your breakouts, that you're just, your glands are just working and it's clogging your pores. It's a lot going on. I feel you. Just keep looking for something that addresses whatever's going on in your body. And that's pretty much it. I don't want to keep going, but if this is something you like, you liked our tips, I know that Lauren told me about the soft candle. I have some in my house now just because I feel like my children have eczema and I rub it on their skin and it just feels so like soothing. I don't know how to even describe it. So we can continue to talk about beauty tips. I'm a certified makeup artist, so there's different things that we can go over if this is something that interests anyone out there on YouTube. So thank you for watching.
Thank you. And if you have any tips, let us know too. You know, if you have some stuff that you know you want us to try, we're more than willing. But everything will be in the description box below. And if you have any questions, just, you know, put it in the comment section as well. All right. So thanks for joining us on our little, we should call this something. We'll figure that out.
What should we call it?
A little
Suggest
beauty
a
tips.
name for our
little beauty tips moments.
Right.
All right, but thanks for joining us. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.